Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
As I went through my depression, it felt like I was drowning. I showed them, it just felt like I was drowning, and thousands of people got to watch me drown every day. And it's just like, I couldn't come out. I couldn't come out. What helped you come out?
This program is designed to help you walk through traumas, and I didn't even realize how many traumas I had experienced, because what we do is men, we get up and go on.
As our first drive will begin at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now, he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. He wants to show this organization is capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Hello, everybody. I'm David Man, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Love Your Mind. Man to man, love your mind. You know, this is a platform that I created to help brothers talk about mental health, which is something that we never share. We don't too often find safe spaces, safe platforms to share. So I just wanted to create a space that we can share. And I'm going to tell you guys, really, this is a no judgment zone. You can share here. What happens here stays here. And, you know, this is a place where, you know, I want to recreate that. I just want to let men know that it's okay, that it's not okay. So we're going to jump right in. First of all, I want to thank the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council for making this platform possible. Thank you for all that you guys do in the black community for helping us brothers get our stuff together. But I wanted to bring on a guest now. I'm going to tell y'all, today, you can notice I'm a little giddy, I'm a little nervous, I'm excited, because my guest today is just iconic. You know, we're going to entitle today's show, The Underdog, From Trauma to Triumph. And who better help us talk about that than, just in case you've been under a rock, you got to know this guy. He needs no introduction. Without respect, I'm going to give him an introduction. He's an icon. He's a father, first of all. He's a writer, director, producer, he's an entrepreneur. This guy is just my brother. Tyler Perry. Welcome to the platform, man.
I'm proud of you for doing this. That's really good. When you called and told me that you wanted to do this, I thought, wow, that is really, not only is it needed, but bold, brave, and my prayers are with you on this, because it's a journey that we all need. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
And I'm, you know, for me, even doing this was like, do I want to share this kind of topic with the world? And I was thinking, like, who better to help me do this and spread this word? Somebody that I know has gone through this journey. Can I say we both have grown?
Oh yeah, because you were 20-something years ago, man. Tam was always amazing. You were just like, oh.
Did you say we or you?
I said you.
We.
We have grown.
But today's topic is talking about underdogs. And you describe underdogs as people that are expected to fail. And can I just say what you've done for underdogs like me, like Tam, like Cassie, like Van, because you know, in Hollywood's eyes, people like us, we just, and you, first of all, I mean, what makes you want to take on making people like us?
You know what's important to me, man? Just making sure that people know this. This building the studio, holding this space has been extremely difficult. It's come with a lot of pressures, and it's come with a lot. But the thing that makes me keep going, because at this point, there's no reason for me to keep doing this other than looking at people like you and Tam and Cassie, the man like the Cassie sisters, and Cassie, and Cassie, all these shows. Be on television, but to make lots of money and live well, and build careers. So at this point, that is what it's about for me, to just continue to do it for others, because I was at a point in my own life where I'm just like, how much longer do you want to do this? In 15 years, I will be 70 years old. And that sounds like, I know, but I'm just saying that 15 years will go by like that. Time I think it's after 40 or when you have a kid, time goes by like so fast. Yeah, you miss so much of it. So
I think Hollywood even failed to see. Hollywood, you talk about, but even people who have had a shot, who people think that their shot is over, because you've revitalized a lot of careers.
Yeah, you know what it is, though? There's a difficulty in having the person that comes along who's never done anything because they think that this is supposed to be, that you're supposed to have this. And the ones who've been in the business for a long time go out in Hollywood, there's a very different mentality of, oh, this is miraculous what's happening here. This is so much bigger than just this man. This, what we're seeing, is something that we haven't seen in any other place. So when new people come in, I don't want them to have this expectation of when they leave this studio and get to Hollywood, it's going to be the same thing. So speaking of mental health, you've got to be really strong coming into this business. You need to know who you are.
This business can make you have some mental problems.
That's exactly right.
Some mental health challenges.
That's right.
And so how do you deal with it? Because I know early on, dealing with in your career, you were told, the church folk, they'll never come. You chitlin circuit, they'll never be anything. You took that and turned it into
Love now on
a contract would seem like everybody on the planet.
I don't believe in the noise. So I don't believe in noise. I don't pay attention to it. I don't mean it.
I'm laughing because when you say you don't believe in noise, y'all, you don't believe in noise. I'm gonna tell you, I called him one day and petty. He almost cussed me out. Matter of fact, he probably did. So I called Dr. The new show's on, man, and the critics are even alive. And he gives me this.
Pass taken in.
Keep worrying about the wrong damn thing. And I was like, why? He said, man, don't listen to that mess. That's just noise. Let's do what we do, how we do it, and just sit back.
Love now.
And I just hung up the phone like, this dude's not shaking.
No.
You just don't care.
No, it's not that. It's because I know what I'm doing. Like, when you've been on the road with me, you see the audience, you know the people that we're talking to. You've seen them all over this country from end to end. You know the language that we speak. So to have some critic write a review that hands it, I'm like, okay, you don't get it, it's not on you. That's okay. And that's okay. But how many episodes of Beat the Browns were there? You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Over. Yes. And House of Pain is going on to almost 400 episodes.
Sounds a million episodes.
Because I know us. So you can't, first of all, you have to be able to have the voice. And these algorithms, I'm telling you, man, if someone doesn't act, we're going to see more and more people in mental health crisis because of the algorithms on all of the social media. You click on one thing and that thing will feed that to you all the time, right? There's a reason it's called a feed. When you feed your soul gets stronger. If you feed it the right thing, right? There's a reason it's called a feed. If you feed your body, you get stronger. If you don't, you starve yourself to die. The feed that they're constantly giving us, whatever negative thing you see 10,000 more of those ads, that is affecting your mind. And people don't want to acknowledge that, man, but it's real. So no, I don't believe in that noise. I don't get into it.
Now, speaking of this, watch. back seats, baby. I couldn't watch that too long because I've just kind of seen the journey, and it made me cry. It literally made me cry because I seen him, and I see you. Now,
their last
I
time out
see,
looking to repeat that.
like, and knowing your story now,
Frustrated after giving up 6 the
can
last
I
time
just
on the
say,
field.
now I get it.
Now
Now I get you. I get it now.
I know he
Well, but I'm just saying, because I see, even you and I early on, we kind of bumped, but we didn't realize it wasn't you, it wasn't me, it was our trauma. It was our trauma from just childhood. How did you deal with it? Now that I looked at it, I was like, he went to hell in that.
For a long time, the gift that God gave me was, and I still have it back, to be able to disassociate. That's the thing that helped me get through all the trauma. Whatever was happening, I could leave. Be it the sexual abuse from the man in the church or the rape from the woman down the street. I could leave my mind and be somewhere else so that I could survive it. Okay, so to have that ability at a time that I thought was very, very difficult and hard, which was to have that ability to help me survive. And a lot of children do that. But sometimes people disassociate and they break and they're not able to come back, or they split into different personalities. God gave me the grace to be able to come back into it. And I did not understand how much that affected me up until maybe 10 years ago when I realized I was disassociated from everything. Anytime anything got too heightened for me, I was out in my mind. I'll be sitting here talking to you and gone. Yes, I could, if it was something that was painful and hard to move through, I could float right through it because I wasn't in it. And if it was joy and happiness, I could be there but not be in it, which recently I learned how to come down in it, and I learned how to live in the moment, how to come down from that, because it was such a natural reaction to go away and go inside myself to protect myself.
You and I were talking the other day, and we both, I stumbled on it. Like we were talking about, you get so used to living in chaos mentally that you're almost waiting for and when peace comes, don't recognize it and don't know how to just live in it.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was the opposite because I grew up in the chaos.
Right.
And anytime chaos showed up, I was out. I don't deal with it. I don't like it. I'm not confrontational. I'm not into foolishness. I'm not into the mess. My house, my space, everything is. If you are fortunate enough to be allowed into my private spaces, you are in very sacred, safe place for me, right? So I don't allow myself to. Not fall into that chaos. I can't do it. But to understand peace is something else. Right? So let's talk about understanding peace of it.
And just for me, I know even for me when I was dealing with my mental health, now that I'm here in this space, it's almost like battered wife syndrome or an abuse. It's like I'm waiting for the chaos. And I just keep telling myself, a lot of times we don't simply live in peace.
Well, that's hard to do because as a child, what happens to me as a child, I was always heightened because there was so much trauma, there were so many landmines, there were so many things that could go wrong. So in my brain, like I recently was tested for autism and all these other things to see if I was on the spectrum because of the way that I think and see. The person I was talking to said, let's test you for all of this stuff. And I thought maybe I'm on the spectrum because of the way I see things, the way I hear things, the way I write. I mean, it's all like pulling things. It's crazy. You've seen it. How I can write a script in 2 weeks or how I direct so quickly. But what we found was when I was talking to this person that explained to me that the trauma that I experienced as a child made my entire nervous system, that vagus nerve and everything inside of you so heightened that I was always tense. Like, so I always was looking for the landmine all the time. So I had to calculate just by. It's like a deer drinking water, looking up every 5 seconds. When you're a child and you grow up in that kind of chaos, that's the way your brain is wired. So it's all of those things. So it takes me back to scripture. The Bible says all things work together for your good. I'm watching that part of my life, how horrible and tragic it was, helped me to build this. So it's very, very important that we recognize that even though there could have been major trauma and horrible, awful things could have happened, it can work for your good if you can work through it.
I guess for me, in dealing with, for me, it just felt like I shared with people. As I went through my depression, it felt like I was drowning. It just felt like I was drowning, and thousands of people got to watch me drown every day. And it's just like, I couldn't come out. I couldn't come out. What helped you come out?
Here's what I never had depression. What happened to me at 50 and holding all of this if you look at Netflix and Disney and all of these people, those are the conglomerates and the shareholders and, thousands of people invested on one man running a 330-acre studio where the light bill is always over $100,000 and the water bill is always $50,000 and where there is almost a $200 million payroll with actors and everybody every year, one man holding the weight and the pressure of that. And then drowning, constantly having to drown out the noise and the foolishness and constantly I'm just in prayer all the time. Okay, God, how do I move through this? Because when you've been given a seed like this, it is so important that you honor. Like I'm not one of those people that can't sleep when I do things wrong. I honor everybody who comes through this door. I honor every actor and every actress, because if somebody comes to you with their dreams in their hands and you take advantage of that, that is evil. So I was feeling the weight of all of that because when you carry it right and honor it, it can isolate you. It can put you in the back and on your heels because you know that you can't go out and hang out and have a good time and have parties. You can't do any of that stuff because you're honoring it. And I found myself sitting at 50 going, what happened to your life? You've been honoring it so much and holding the weight of this thing. Man, that thing got so heavy on me that I said, I've got to get some help.
And I was reading somewhere, you were saying that that's when you started drinking heavily. Is that how you, because I was saying, some people, master by drinking, some people do it with drugs. I did mine by listening. Hey, Tom, can we do another play? Hey, Tom, can we do some episodes? So was yours primarily just drinking?
If my mother, when she died, if I didn't have contracts, if I didn't have obligations that were years out that I had to do, my life would have been very different right now. Because I started drinking a lot. Like I would have a drink now and then, but I was drinking a lot because I never felt that kind of pain, and I also understand that feeling of I am alone. That was the first time in my life. Yeah, I am by myself on this planet. I will never have that kind of love again. I will never know that kind of love again. And I am by myself holding all of this stuff up. Yeah. So I'll tell you what I did, which nobody knows. This summer, for the first time, there was an intensive therapy session in Arizona that I went to. I spent 7 days, 10 hours a day with therapists. For the first time, I'm sitting with therapists. And having these conversations, first of all, I was so exhausted, I thought, what else are you going to do? Because I was about to...
And you sounded it like I call you, hey, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm done. Yeah, I was exhausted. I was ready to walk away from it all. I was just tired of holding everything and holding everybody up. But going into this intensive 7 days a week, 10 hours a day with all of these different therapists. And before you go in, you do these hundreds of pages of questionnaires. So they have a very clear idea of who you are mentally when you walk in the door. So you can't bullshit. You can't fool them at all. When you walk in the door, they know who you are. So,
and they double know who you are. It's like,
yeah. And in that, this program is designed to help you walk through the traumas. And I didn't even realize how many traumas I had experienced because what we do as men, we get up and we go on. And we don't realize that every time we just get up and go on, we have a trauma. It's like taking a 50-pound weight and putting it in our soul. So keep walking.
And so we're talking about the whole thing. How did faith play into that? Because, we both grew up in the church. And the reason I said people say you're crazy, because that's the first thing you think back, especially coming from our generation. You're just crazy. And not knowing that there's something to this. There's something going on. We just didn't have a name for it.
One of the therapists there was telling me that some of the hardest people to help are Christians. Because they think, I'm just going to pray it away. I'm going to pray it away. God's going to heal me. Everything's going to be if I just talk to Jesus. And listen, I believe that is true. I believe that is true. And I also believe, it doesn't have to be a but, I also believe that you can get help for mental health things. Because here's something that blew my mind when I was doing this thing called EMDR. It's where you're just holding on to these probes. It's nothing weird or crazy, no drugs. You're just holding on to these probes and they're in your hand, one left, one right. Just feel a little pulse. Because from what I understand, in EMDR, when you go into REM sleep, that's when your eyes are dark, your body starts hearing something. It's a scientific thing, from what I understand. Could be wrong, but this is from what I understand. So what happens when you have trauma, these neural paths in your brain are storing things that are affecting you your whole life. And until you can understand how to move those things in the part of the brain where they're supposed to be through this EMDR. I know this is deep, man.
I've never heard of it.
When they were explaining this to me, I was like, when it happens, yes. And I'm the only black person I've been in the whole place. Who do you agree with? I take you when it's happening.
I take you to a scene from Get Out.
Right, exactly right. But understanding the science of it. And immediately after having those sessions, I felt everything lifted. I felt everything fall into perspective. My prayer and my praise was different because it was coming from a place of understanding what was happening. Do you understand?
I definitely understand. Because I know for me, it was just that. Coming definitely from a strict religious background. It's just, your faith ain't strong enough. Your faith is wavering. It's like, no, I believe other stuff, but it's just when my heart is hurting, I see the heart physician, and it's just something happening to me mentally that I can't shake, and I needed help. And so it was like, I need to sit there. And not many people are willing, especially us, because we grew up from the era, and what's happened in this house, stay in this house. Don't say nothing to nobody. I ain't gonna sit there and let the white folks tell me nothing.
I have a friend who's 8 years old, and we were talking about the things that she's been through, and she's just like, what's the sense in sitting? What's the sense in sitting? Which I used to live to often happen more. But what I found by sitting in the moment and understanding what it did to me and how it affected can help to free you. That is the reason to do it, especially if you can find the right therapist so that you can get to the understanding of what happened.
So, this show is not only a space for us to talk about it, but I wanted to give some resources and some places that people can go. And so I wanted to bring in therapists. And of course, when I thought about, I'm about to sit down and talk with Mr. Perry, Tyler Perry, I know how he is. I don't want to sit up talking about it. So I had to find somebody that was around the way, somebody that could sit down, that has experienced some of the same stuff as us. So I wanted to find a real brother. This guy is somebody that I trust to sit down and be able to have a conversation with us that's not just shooting us statistics. So his name is Dr. Corey. Dr. Corey. This is Dr. Corey. He's a licensed marriage and family therapist who's primarily serves the black community. He's also a sports and entertainment life coach. He's a psychotherapist for Detroit Pistons. He also authors the book, How Am I Doing? 40 Conversations to Have with Yourself. So you've been kind of listening to Dr. Yeager, Tyler Perry, Dr. Perry.
Yes. Good to meet you. Do you know EMDR?
I know parts of NPR, that was not my specialty.
May need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Patterns in your story. Anytime we tell stories, a pattern will emerge. There's a pattern that's already emerging in this conversation.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Once that pattern
Lucas
emerges,
Van Ness there dropping behind the line.
realize that every time we talk about this,
throughout this game,
this was
seems like every
connected,
other play,
right? So
he's
connecting
doing
dots.
something in the backfield.
That's an
Already
area
got
there.
2 sacks.
Why do you think it's so important that brothers like us, and because, we had an extra hope, I think, to come out with our story. Because we make the world like freaking my dad. I'm Mr. Brown. We make the world like, that's why for me, I dealt with it for a year. I don't even think you didn't even. One day I was in my backyard, I called you, and I was crying. I told you, you were silent because you couldn't believe. I don't think you could even believe, like, man, you've been masking this really good.
But that's a lot of men who hold everything, until one day it breaks. And what I learned also is that as you're growing up and you're holding all of this stuff and you're holding all of this stuff and you're holding it and you're holding it and you're holding it. One day that day comes where it's like, you know what, I can't do this anymore.
It explodes.
It bounces up.
Again, it's
And
Mason.
to your point,
He'll get this one back to
we
the
have been
5-yard
taught
line.
as
No further than that. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up second and goal. Looks like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there, and just ran him down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
We hold that deeply. I heard Tyler say, put it into your soul. Yeah, been over 40, 50 years of that input into your soul. It's so heavy laden that we get to a point
Niners are an extra point away from drawing level.
And I think
You get down near the goal line, this is where I'm sure any tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays
some
off
of our
big
mind play
time.
tricks on us, but we've learned. I know my daughter, Tiffany, told me so well.
For an easy
From
touchdown.
us so well.
Moody good with
Now,
an extra
you're
point.
exposed.
We got a
It's
tie
time
game
to
here
get
and a
some help.
back and forth
It's
first
because
half.
I ain't got so good. How are you? I'm good.
So that
I'm
drive,
good.
12
And that's
plays.
Also though,
And it all ends with
I'm
a
just saying,
George Kittle
when somebody
touchdown.
asks how are you, most people don't really care.
17-17 the score.
So
All even to
you,
this
why
point as the
would I
kicks
share this
away.
with you? You don't care.
And
And there's
this will
nothing
be
you
a
can do about it, so let me
touchback
just hold
sails
it.
over the end
And there's
line.
another part of this that I think is very important, that
Green Bay
since we're
getting
talking
ready
about
to go
black
as
men
they
and
take the
race here,
field.
that we
So both of
clearly
these teams,
understand
Charles, coming
that
off
there was a study
touchdowns now,
done
but
with
this
Holocaust
offense,
survivors
they just had to stand
and
on
their
the
DNA,
sideline, watch their opponent
and
offer
how
a
the
really
trauma
impressive
of their
drive to reach
was
the end
passed
zone.
through their DNA to the next generation. So there's that example. There's generations of trauma that has been passed down to us as our mothers are carrying us in their wombs. So it's so important to know what was happening with your mom and what happened with her and your dad and what was happening then, or your grandpa. So when you get all of that lineage, you understand what's not only the stock that you're made of, but what you came through, but also the trauma that may have been infused.
Yeah, so try get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's really
First down, and the clock continues to move.
things that are on top of that DNA
Throw
that is
brought in
passed
by
on.
Watson.
So when we go back in this country 400
The
years,
clock rolls as the Packers
black
look to
and
hurry
brown
things
folks,
up.
if
Now
you look at
Love.
that transmission, that
Musgrave got it out
intergenerational
right.
transmission of trauma, all too
Look
often
at the
the
big
women
man
of some of
rumble.
that culture,
Touchdown.
they whoop the kids. Oh, that's just what they do. Them black folks, they whoop the kids.
Musgrave, 52 yards. And the Packers have taken the
So we'll
lead.
call it culture, but it's the remnants of trauma that we have handed off from generation to generation. And we haven't had the ability to do what I realized in my man that we were trying to just make sure that it's normal. I ain't got time to think about trauma and generation and all that stuff. First of all, we'll call it generation curses. The right thing to words for it. But what then, when we get to this point in our lives, in this point in society, where we may be able to take a break, then we may be able to say, okay, so what is this? What has happened to us? Too often we look at our community and say we are a mess. But we cannot forget, a good friend of mine, Reggie, talks about not only just something happen, but something happened on us from a long way ago. And it ain't just that we're crazy. We're not just crazy. We come from kings and queens. We
did not just arrive at slaves. We arrived as
let's
kings.
see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
This is Jennings.
God damn, bro, you slow.
Pick up, and that's a first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. This will be stopped.
Come on, bro. Why y'all can't go out of bounds, my nigga?
Gain 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4th. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinator. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look.
Oh, that's what's up.
Now Moody for the PAT. And oh, he missed it.
Motherfucker!
And they'll remain down by a point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Still fighting for more. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
Bro, that's some bullshit!
In for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. On first down, it's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 9 from the 44. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Packers defense.
Y'all give me a goddamn turnover, bro.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense.
Damn, bro, that's it. That should have been the pick.
We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard all the way. Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, Love to pass. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Love now. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again.
I'm not going to ever beat the fucking Packers.
49ers 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And
that's crazy, bro. That's trash, bro.
Packers. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes.
How many catches he got?
Spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And Kittle going to have a 49 first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Play action. Now Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Seems like to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Fighting him off and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this will be incomplete.
How the fuck you drop it?
Play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late,
they told me bust on my AP.
He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get
a touchdown, bro.
down. They're headed the chains down.
Mason. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
You know, you play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mason. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now Purdy. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be Packer football.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments. Warm enough in your clothing. A million things going on. The biggest one, hold on to the ball.
A pass there.
Oh my God, I got this tight end like he Gronk.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to have a Packers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Counter play with Jacobs.
God, bro. Bro, this is so goddamn fake. They got this nigga gassed the fuck up, bro.
Josh Jacobs, 70 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Bro, ain't no way, man. I fucking hate, man. The Packers is so gassed up, dog.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh my God,
he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed.
No, y'all not finna go. Let these niggas keep y'all from scoring goddamn 2 quarters, man, the whole second half.
He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Oh my God, bro!
This one's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 22-point game.
Come on, bro. Damn.
Probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well,
you're really supposed to be down 2 goddamn touchdowns,
still
bro.
going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll go out of bounds in the
it don't matter what fucking formation I'm in. Don't goddamn it, nothing work. It don't matter what you do, man. Down, quarter, 4-3, 3-4.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
That shit ridiculous,
the
man.
49ers offense making its way back.
It was over with once they got their touch.
Wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
Damn, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Aaron Stokes. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with proper aggression.
134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he gets this up past.
Oh, I ain't gonna even look at the stats of this shit. This shit was so fucking fake, bro.
Throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've like
hurry up, bro.
Keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Man, this is insane, dude.
The 45 before he's brought down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
I've never seen a...
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And quickly, they get to the line. Purdy off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline.
Well, that was a fucking catch, dog. Y'all on some... Man, y'all got me fucked up, man.
Too far, it brings up third down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Purdy sets up to throw again. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Purdy with one final shot here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. They were looking for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault. This has been a presentation of the NFL on